early horror had to be, in my humble opinion, the best content coming onto YouTube in its earlier years. That's not to say current horror isn't good, but there is a beauty to this art form from the early days of YouTube. We'll be looking at a few pieces by one creator who shook the internet when his works were discovered. And even till these days, his works are viewed by streamers and content creators alike. Nana825763, or PiroPitos, is a YouTube content creator who joined the scene on September 27, 2006, and uploaded his first video on that same day called Doll. Though the wiki says it was uploaded in 2005, this first video on YouTube started his great channel. I have a few projects of this creator I like to touch on in this video specifically. All his works are phenomenal in their own right. Today I'll be focusing on username 666 and my house walkthrough. Now, what exactly is username 666? Username 666 is a YouTube horror video that became widely popular in 2008. The video shows a user going to visit the channel called 666 here on YouTube. If they don't look the first few times, a strange phenomenon happens while this user keeps refreshing the page. The website itself becomes a distorted mess of red, and upon clicking on random videos, said user goes deeper into this rabbit hole, until eventually said user reaches what seems to be an endpoint. Trying to exit stop the process and much more to get out of this, his efforts are fruitless and the video ends with a hand coming onto the screen. With the research I did on this video, watching a video from Reignbot is one of my sources, a must watch if you want to know a little bit more about PiroPitos. They also asked PiroPitos some questions directly. Though this video is 7 years old at the time of writing, it's still a good watch if you want to learn more. Anyways, they mentioned this video was originally for an online film festival. An original version was made in a Japanese video sharing website called Nico Nico. The same process happened in the YouTube version. Username 666 is pretty much the newer version of this video, but updated to fit the page layout of YouTube. And also, not sure if you can call this an Easter egg or not, but the second video that the user clicks on is another works of PiroPitos, but without the whole blood effect slapped onto it, which is called None. Also, the spinning baby video can be found on PiroPitos' channel as Embryo. Of course, username 666 isn't without its clones. When something as this hits the spotlight, many will try to imitate the artistic style PiroPitos made to keep the narrative going. Many have made some pretty good clones of said style. Now, another video I saw covering username 666 is by PigPigGamer. An actual YouTube Easter egg took you to the spinning baby video that shows up in username 666 from a channel called 666. I'll let the clip play so he can explain a little bit better than I can.
One thing I would like to mention that actually did happen at one point was some bizarre username 666 Easter egg. 2 years ago, there was this weird Easter egg where if you remove the H in the watch part of a YouTube video URL, you would actually be redirected to the infamous spinning baby video from the username 666 video.
Now, there are channels that are called 666. But years ago, when you first tried to search up 666, it was suspended due to violating guidelines. The PigPigGamer's video, which was made in September 15, 2024, he did mention the channel was reinstated, and to be honest, it probably was suspended just for being called 666. This has to be one of my favorite PiroPitos videos by far. The house tour is one of the most well-crafted settings in my opinion. Now, what exactly is my house walkthrough? In this video, we can assume the character being portrayed as PiroPitos himself, he takes us to get a closer look at his home. Though his home's a little off-putting with what seems to be blood, broken sliding doors, old trinkets and such, and even pools of blood in the bathroom and what presumably is some dead bodies. You know, just a normal day in the life of PiroPitos. This video is called by many users on YouTube as the scariest video on YouTube. I mean, with reason. The way the house looks and how the atmosphere is during the viewing of this video feels insanely unsettling. Like, how could anyone possibly live there, you know? And then the further you go into the home, the worse it seems to get. So I understand why many will call it as such. Now, of course, being familiar with this channel, one will assume that this might be an abandoned home somewhere PiroPito lives. What if I told you this was actually his family's guest home? He used to create this video. PiroPito took the time to make this setting for his video. There is a behind the scenes video that goes into detail on how he made his home look the way it does for this video, even showing the process of some of the photos missing faces, and one can assume he either photoshopped or edited the photos, of course, with a nice Japanese upbeat tune to go with the process video. And to be honest, it's very admirable and inspiring to see the making of this video. And from what I can see, it's a one-man team, being PiroPito himself. There's a moment in the video where he explains he had to wet the tissue paper again because it gets dry relatively fast before he filmed. And if you remember that part in the video where he's going down the hallway, then the room with the mannequin on a bed, and then the fan room, it looks very fleshy. And I think if he weren't to do that, it wouldn't have had the same creepy effect like it does when he re-wet the tissue paper. I think that was an amazing touch and a good, effect for the video. Honestly, like I said, this walkthrough really made me appreciate this video a little bit more than what I did. Upon further research, it seems that the iconic house used in this video has now been demolished. As explained by PiroPito in the description of his video called 2021-0809, there are two other videos that show the creator giving us a look at the state of the house. As explained by PiroPito in his 2021-0809 video, they just couldn't lend the house to anyone due to a passing that happened in this home. The history of this house alongside the story had been documented by PiroPito throughout its years. Though it's since been demolished, the experiences and emotion this iconic home told will forever be remembered on the internet. Thank you, PiroPito, for sharing the experience and the story of this house throughout the years. And those were two of the many videos that PiroPito has on his channel. Now, he does have a lot more videos that have similar vibes to these two channels, and there's other stuff as well, like Minecraft, and he's also making a horror video game himself. So please check out his projects and everything he has on his channel. They're really good, and it's just show him support. He really deserves it, in my opinion. And the two reference videos I used, they will also be linked below, and give them the proper credit that they deserve. Subscribe to them, check out their other videos as well if you like horror themed stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you for sticking around.